The countdown starts now. From New Orleans, just blocks from Bourbon Street, the Heat taking on the Pelicans. For Miami, they can't be too disappointed, playing over 500 ball the last 10 games. But this team feels they are better than that and look to prove it with a big win tonight. Pelicans, Heat, up next. The NBA on 2K Sports. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Terry Rozier.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
So here's Miami's starting group. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Adebayo. Then it's Duncan Robinson. Then it's Tyler Hero. And it's Ware in at the 5 down low. And for the Pelicans, we've got Kelly Olynyk. Hawkins is out there with Jose Alvarado. Then there's Bruce Brown. And it's Messi in at the center, filling out the middle. There has been a lot of discussion about the length of the NBA season, GA. Do you think 82 games is the right number?
Well, I do. It's worked well for over 50 years, so why change it? And if we do change it, it affects records and how we compare the game across eras.
Now here's Wiggins. Pass to Robinson. Outside, Hero. Shot clock at 6. To the wing right side. Adebayo passes to Wiggins. Shoots over Alvarado. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Well, Wiggins is a good mid-range shooter. When he's in a rhythm, faced up like that, he'll take it.
Here's Alvarado. He's covered by Hero. Pass to Olynyk. Takes it off the glass.
Well, Olynyk at his size is big enough to get the job done.
Now let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with head coach Willie Green.
They were raving about an opposing player, in this case, Andrew Wiggins. Coach said, I have tons of respect for Wiggins. 100% effort on both ends. Andrew can beat you scoring it, but he can also be a shutdown defender. High praise for Wiggins, the former first overall pick. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Pass to Messi. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Robinson kicks to Hero. Adebayo the screen. Here's Wiggins. Messi grabs the rebound. For New Orleans, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Alvarado. He's covered by Hero. The kick out to Brown. Olynyk sets a screen for Brown. Launches a 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, you could see they were pressing in that one, and the shooting percentages dipped because of it.
Now, also, anytime you're having trouble getting over that 40% field goal mark, it's probably not going to be your night.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
No, he's automatic from the mid-range, and the defense knows that it's a mistake to give up a shot like that.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
And now we get a moment to see the numbers for Adebayo. Putting up about 18 points per, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists. And it says a lot that when we see numbers like this from him, we aren't even shocked. He's that good.
Yeah, we really have just grown to get used to his greatness, and that's the level for him that he's on right now.
Alvarado finds Brown. Olynyk, a screen on Wiggins. Brown dishes to Olynyk. No good that time. Great D that time from Adebayo.
Still searching out their offensive game right now.
Oh,
Goodness. Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Pelicans trail by 4. You know, Brent, when you wonder why GMs take a risk on project big men, Bam Adebayo is an example of why they do just that.
Yeah, Kevin, it's not always about the project working out. It's about teams that have a plan for the project, and certainly Miami was able to do that. You have to credit Bam. He put the work in. The guy has been solid. He's an all-star. He's continuing to improve, and he gives you everything on both ends of the floor every night.
Now here's Wiggins. A good portion of their scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. That shot is no good, and he's 1 for 3 from the floor. The Pelicans have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Alvarado with it. Still scoreless. 5 on the clock. Olynyk, a screen on Wiggins. Puts up a deep 3. Rebound by the Heat.
And you have to admire his confidence on that, but there's no way that's going to fall.
Coaches will tell you that's a bad shot, but when your teammates tell you that, you probably got to think about it.
The shot by Adebayo, no good. Pelicans trail by 4. Hawkins passes to Brown. Can they get it? It's deflected. Now here's Wiggins, and there's the drive, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Wiggins assertive on the drive that time, going right into the foul while he was shooting.
The Heat shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Free throw good, Wiggins. And Brent, if the super team era is indeed coming to a close, the Miami Heat were one of the most successful examples.
Yeah, Kevin, you're obviously referring to the Heatles with LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. I think there are some fans out there that go back to when it was that they had that press conference and were throwing up 6, 7, 8. And so 2 titles, yes, of course, amazing. Chances to win championships, amazing. Could there have been more? Possibly.
Here's Alvarado. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Lakers.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off him.
The 14th pick in the 2023 draft, Jordan Hawkins, did start some games as a rookie. He adjusted really well to the league. This guy is going to be a quality player for a long time.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Now the Pelicans have lost in the first round GA of the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years.
And with how good the West is right now, they knew they couldn't stand pat. They felt the urgency to make some changes this offseason in order to take the next step.
The Heat making a switch here. Rozier's checked in. And And so Hawkins drills both of them. And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. Greg, that's some big dough.
Is it ever? And remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And the Pelicans making a change here. Reeves is checked in. And they're on the 2K leaderboard of the teams that have been tormenting opponents defensively this month. The Heat in 5th.
They've been playing great lockdown defense over the past month. They close out on shooters extremely well and do not allow easy looks.
Lynx sets a screen for Reeves. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
Clearly a foul.
New Orleans shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
And Reeves drops them both. And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well-deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street named after him. They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Pass to Olynyk, lets the 3 fly, bangs home the trifecta. Olynyk's got 5 now.
Olynyk very capable from out there. We'll see how the defense reacts now.
Here's Hero. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Well, Brent, since entering the NBA, Tyler Hero has been a constant scoring threat.
Yeah, Kevin, the scoring for Tyler Hero is always going to be there. He is a bucket, but the defensive improvement and really just the physicality that he needs to play with, those are areas that Tyler could shore up a little bit to make sure he's on the floor for some of the biggest moments of a season. Hero, one of those guys who just rely on coming in and giving you that offensive pop. There's a lot of things for his team on that end of the floor.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple, but I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
Certainly, DA is a two-way threat. Heat moving the ball around. Rocket 2. Rozier for 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. DC's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Hero against Reeves. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
And let's briefly take a look at the stats for Brown. how last month turned out for him, averaging 9 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
Now, here is Robinson. He's coming off a 16-point game against Milwaukee. Adebayo with the ball. Defended by Reed. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
Well, if this is a physical contest, Adebayo is going to win out.
Master Olynyk. Driving the lane. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Ware kicks to Robinson. Outside Rozier. Hero from long range. And he's good on the 3-ball. Hero's got 8 points.
Now, you have to be mindful of Hero's range. He can absolutely burn you from outside.
To the wing on the left. Olynyk against Adebayo. Teardrop shot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
It's not easy to create really solid coverage on Olynyk because of his skill and his physical play.
This is his first free throw of the game.
He's hit his free throws at a pretty good clip this year, 77%.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
Now, Kelly Olynyk coming into the league as the league has shifted to the pace and space play, and Kelly more than capable as a 5-man of drilling the outside shot.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Kane, he's checked in for Brown, and it's Elfrid Payton in for Jose Alvarado. So he gets them both. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for Miami. It's a 5-point game. Love with the screen on Reed. That one drops for him.
A good decision maker. Rozier takes and makes the shot he's comfortable with.
Mitchell against Payton. Driving to the basket. Pass to Kane. Here's Messi. Shot clock at 5. Fires for 3. Kelly Olynyk, and that's good. He's got 12.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
Love right side. Here's Highsmith. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. There's the pick. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Rebound by Olynyk. Pelicans trail by 4. Outside, Payton. With some arc. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Davion Mitchell.
Yeah, that's pretty aggressive by Elfrid Payton. To draw a foul inside the paint, the D looks flustered.
2 shots.
No good on that one. A different look for Miami. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Love. And Andrew Wiggins is subbed in for Mitchell. And the second free throw, good. The Heat leading by 3. Pass to Wiggins. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Wiggins anticipated that one. He saw the foul coming, and he made sure to get that one off.
Miami shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. first free throw is good.
As steady as Wiggins is across the board, it's his free throw percentage over the years. It hasn't reflected really how good a shooter he is.
New Orleans making a switch here. Reeves is checked in. He's perfect from the line this time.
And the winner's mentality Wiggins has is commendable. A hard worker who wants to keep improving.
Pass to Kane. There's 1:54 left here in the first quarter. Back to Payton. And Rozier pulls it down.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Out of hand on it. Now Payton. Inside. And down it goes. Dunk through off a wonderful assist.
Cutting and carving the defense apart right now. Give Payton the passing lane, and he's going to find someone.
Rozier against Payton. Offensive rebound, Anderson. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Here's Messi. Still yet to score. Drives to the hoop. The shot's good. And here is Rozier. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
And we continue to see Rozier taking on more responsibility offensively. Nice finish inside.
Payton looking it over. Pass to Messi. Payton against Rozier. 6 on the shot clock. Payton passes to Kane. Hawkins outside. Left side, Rozier. Puts up a deep three. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Tyler Hero has been leading the charge for the Heat. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Heat.
And, guys, I love the movement. Doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Rozier. Then there's Kyle Anderson. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. And it's Highsmith in at the 3. Pelicans trail by 5. Here's Payton, and he drives in, and he uses the glass on the layup. Payton's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for New Orleans. So Rozier will bring it up for the Miami Heat. Last time they met was in Miami.
And the last time they were able to come away with that win because of their depth. Great production from the reserves.
Probably looking for more of the same here. As we know, a deep bench is so crucial to any team's success.
Nice unselfishness in the screen and roll. Wiggins demonstrating a willingness to get it to his teammates.
To the middle. The shot by Hawkins, no good. The Heat leading by 5. Wiggins passes to Highsmith. Anderson with the ball. Now, here's Rozier, covered by Payton. And Rozier, here we go. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make. Brent, would you say the point guard is considered the toughest position to play in basketball?
You know, Kevin, I think there's been a massive shift in what the point guard represents in the NBA game. I mean, how many teams over the past couple of years that have won championships have played with a traditional setup guard? What we're looking at is duos that can dribble, pass, and shoot and devastate defenses.
Here's Kane after Terry Rozier's basket. Hawkins with the ball. Now Payton defending. Here's Wiggins, and Wiggins throws it down.
He's got so much vertical ability. That's easy for Wiggins.
Pelicans trail by 9. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Rozier against Payton. Pass to Hawkins. Fires the 3. Smith grabs the miss.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Now Rozier, defended by Payton. Wiggins surveying the floor. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And it's an 11-point Heat lead.
Wiggins just has to stay aggressive, a guy who can score from anywhere.
It's Hawkins on the wing. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Down low.
And a moment now to see the stats for Anderson. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's putting up about 8 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And every team needs a good backup big to spell the starters, and that's what he brings to the table.
The role consists of rebounding, setting screens, protecting the rim. Anything else he gives you is found change in the couch.
First one falls for him. Every team eventually goes through a coaching change, Brent, and how jarring is that when it happens, for instance, in mid-season?
Well, Kevin, it can be pretty devastating for some teams, but for other teams, that change could be refreshing. And a lot of times, if the coach has had a longer tenure with a team, you can feel like a fish out of water with a new voice coming in. A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Now, here's Rozier. He's got 6. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Known as a ferocious scorer, Rozier is also solid at knowing when to give it up.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. New Orleans making a switch here. Quinones is checked in. And you watch Terry Rozier. His playmaking, Brent, has really ascended over the years.
Yeah, Terry has had a really good career and has been a little bit quiet and muted because of where he has played his career. But his opportunity as a secondary role guy to come in and score the basketball and put pressure on the defense, he is a go-to guy for stretches for any team.
Inside, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Strong at the rim, Hawkins Jr. holding nothing back.
And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. They trail by 14. Here's Quinones. Rozier defending. It's tipped, and the ball goes out of bounds. It's touched by Love. This is a good chance here to look at the teams with the most second chance points of the season. Here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. 5th on the list, the Pelicans.
You know what? Sometimes their missed shots are their best offense. I mean, they attack the glass relentlessly, and those extra possessions can determine the outcome on a lot of nights.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Olynyk comes in for Jeremiah Robinson-Earl. And it's Brown in for Kane. Here we are, 2 games left before the start of the playoffs. Let's take a look at the possible field. Taking a look at New Orleans. It's been a rough season for them. The good news is the lottery is only a couple months away.
And, you know, for the Pelicans, they're going to stumble towards the finish line this season with the playoffs nowhere near a possibility.
And you have to wonder just how different this team will look next season, from players to possibly coaches, maybe every level of the organization.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pass to Hero. Here's the 3. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got his 4th assist in this one.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Pelicans trail by 17. Brown outside. To the paint to stop the run, and he sinks the layup. Lynx got 14 points.
And Kelly Olynyk right now is in a big-time groove.
Rozier with the ball. 6 points for him. Hero from long range. That one will not drop. It's his first miss. He's 4 for 5. Pass to Quinones. There's the pick. Fires the 3. Cans it from downtown. Quinones just got his first 3 points of the game.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now, here's Rozier. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Back to Payton. The kick out to Brown. 14 feet away. Again, the Pelicans score. The Heat leading by 12. Now, here's Rozier. He's got 8. Outside, Hero. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And the defense kind of forced that tricky play from Hero. He still gets the shot off while being fouled.
The Heat have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. That's good from Hero.
Now, every team in the league would love to have a guy like Tyler Hero, an elite shooter off the catch, scores in bunches, and spaces the floor.
And Hero drops them both. Pelicans trail by 14. Pass to Quinones. Back to Alvarado. Olynyk, a screen on Rozier. Pocket 6. It's stolen by Adebayo. And it's the Heat on the break. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
You feel like Hero has flipped the switch to start being more aggressive offensively.
Here's Alvarado. Rozier defending. Olynyk, a screen on Rozier. Here's Alvarado. Hasn't made one yet. Brown inside the line. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Pass to Adebayo. Rozier for 3. Messi grabs the rebound. Messi's got his 5th rebound in this one. And here's Brown. Here's Messi. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Lakers. And he dunks it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now, here's Rozier. They lead by 14. Hero kicks to Rozier. Out to the right wing. Pass to Robinson. Outside Rozier. Robinson against Brown. Here's Hero. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Hawkins checked in for New Orleans. And Miami with a change here, too. Wiggins is checked in for Rozier. For New Orleans, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Now, Alvarado. No scoring in this one. Pass to Olynyk. Rebound by the Heat. They host the 76ers after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. A move that likely helped the league's parity has been shortening max contract lengths. Commissioner Silver says, we used to refer to it as dead money, a star player toward those end years sitting on the bench. We've reduced max contracts to 5 years, and in some cases 6. This way, it moves to more pay for performance. Kevin?
I think, DA, that's a pretty good business decision. It's going to have nice ramifications. Brown feeling it out a bit. Pass to Olynyk. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Yeah, looking up at the scoreboard, guys, that's his 3rd foul, and his coach has to consider now sitting him down.
And Miami making a change here. Highsmith is checked in. Here's Alvarado. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Olynyk sets a screen for Brown. 4 on the shot clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Olynyk can't hit.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Drills it from outside.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Hawkins against Robinson. And here's Hawkins. Pass to Brown. New Orleans moving it around. Takes a 3. The shot by Hawkins, no good.
Oh, he has just struggled here offensively in the quarter.
Outside, Hero. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Olynyk.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
The Heat have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. That's good from Hero. Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for the Heat. And he makes the first but misses the second.
And just doing a much better job of getting to the line this quarter than he did in the first.
Pass to Nisi. Hero brings the double team. There's the screen to halt the run. The shot by Hawkins, no good.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all.
Here's Ware. Wiggins outside. Now Robinson. Over in the corner, Hero. From outside the arc. Rebound by Olynyk. Pelicans trail by 19. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That's his first foul. Rozier, he's checked in for Jaime Jaquez.
Number 2, Terry Rozier III.
There's 45 seconds left now here in the second. Pass to Misi. To the inside. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Ware passes to Hero. Jacks up a three. Drains it from beyond the arc. Hero's got 22 points.
And a nice 6 cents back there from Hero using that pick and roll.
Olynyk against Wiggins. Olynyk with it. 12 points his last outing. Over Wiggins. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Miami Heat controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous and lights out with very high accuracy. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, guys. Andrew, what do you like about the way the team's playing so far?
We're competitive right now. We're going after it. In our possession, we're going hard.
We'll see if that continues in the second half, Andrew. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Hello, everybody. We'll break down the action shortly, but first, a glance at how the Eastern Conference standings are stacking up as the season winds down.
You know, for Miami, they've clearly taken a step back as a franchise. You hate to see that. Something isn't right with this team. I don't know if it's personnel, the coaching. They're going to have to make some changes in the offseason.
And turning back to our first half, things going well, extremely well for the Heat.
They've been in fuego from downtown, finding space and letting it go, showing no signs of letting up, guys.
As a three-point shooter yourself, Chet, this has to bring you back.
Oh, my gosh, those were the good old days.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You gotta like what Tyler Hero has done in this one.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
Miami leading by 20. Olynyk is out there with Bruce Brown. Then it's Jose Alvarado. Then there's Hawkins. And it's Misi in at the center position. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard and now arguably a top 25 player.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good, Adebayo.
Adebayo is by no means an ordinary big in this league. He's just one of the few players in the NBA who can legitimately guard 1 through 5. A true defensive anchor.
Now here's Olynyk. Poked away. And here we go. Wiggins heading to the hoop. And Wiggins throws it down hard.
And Bam initiating all of that, igniting the fast break with his defensive awareness.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Well, for New Orleans, shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. Here's Alvarado. Hawkins kicks to Brown. 5 to shoot. Olynyk, a screen on Wiggins. The high post shot. No good off the front iron.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Pass to Adebayo. No good on the 3. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. That's tipped. The Pelicans have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
At the line for New Orleans, Bruce Brown. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. Good on the second free throw. Now here is Robinson. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Now Hero. Pass to Ware. It's good. Ware's got his second bucket.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Robinson comes to help. Olynyk finds Brown. Clock at 4. From 18 feet away. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Alvarado. He's covered by Hero. Pass to Olynyk. It's stolen by Adebayo. Here's the lob to the hoop.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. With the break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been dialed in defensively this month. The Heat in 5th.
What a month they've had defensively. I mean, they've really gotten after it on that end of the floor.
So it's the Pelicans now. And here's Hawkins. Rebound by the Heat. Ware's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. The 15-footer. Tries again. Adebayo. Nisi grabs the rebound. Nisi's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Hawkins with it. Alvarado. 6 to shoot. They double him with Adebayo. Here's Hawkins. It's hauled in by Hero.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
The Pelicans have gone 0 of 5 to the start of the second quarter. Extremely cold shooting coming out of the locker room. Now Alvarado. Pass to Hawkins. And here is Olynyk. He's guarded by Adebayo. The fader. And the basket by Olynyk. Olynyk's got 16 points.
And Olynyk's height coming through as he sneaks that jumper through.
Here's Ware. Now here's Wiggins. Now here is Robinson. Hero on the wing. He's defended by Alvarado. That one good for 2.
And the defense knows that Hero can get that jumper working from just about anywhere.
Alvarado with it. Pass to Olynyk. They double him with Wiggins. Here's Messi. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. To the right side. Here's Adebayo. And it's blocked. And he recovers it. Count it. Good. Adebayo's got 5 points in the quarter.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Pass to Messi. New Orleans moving it around. Hero brings the double team. There's the triple. Traps in the tray. He has 5.
And Olynyk doing a nice job just keeping the symmetry out there.
To the paint. Here's Hero. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Here's Alvarado. He has 5. Pass to Messi. Olynyk with it. Let's see some of the numbers here for Tyler Hero.
And he's got it going at the foul line these days. His free throw percentage looks a lot different in the last 10 games than it did earlier in the season. He's tinkered with a few things and really improved his form.
And that one falls for Olynyk. That one misses. Miami's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. And that one, good.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Now, Alvarado. They double him with Adebayo. Alvarado with it. Inside. Here's Olynyk, and good off the lead pass that time. Olynyk's got 5 points in the quarter.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Now here's Wiggins. He's got 18. Adebayo kicks to Hero. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Hero right now working himself into a lather, staying aggressive and drawing the defense's attention.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Miami.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
You also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace, and that's produced some easy scores.
The first one falls, so both teams changing it up here. And Hero drops them both. And so Payton will bring it up for New Orleans. Brown sets a screen for Payton. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Kyle Anderson.
Well, Payton getting after it and picking up some fouls right now.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made one and missed one. And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Payton. For Miami, they've gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Jaquez sets a screen for Hero. Outside Rozier. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Anderson. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. And the Pelicans making a change here. Reeves is checked in.
Pelicans, number 12, Antonio Reeves.
Rozier for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Rozier's got 11 points.
Never shy about shooting the rock. We've seen Rozier go off in the playoffs before. He loves the limelight.
Now here's Payton. 5 points in the game. And he goes in for the dunk.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Miami's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Hero passes to Rozier. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game, now 6 for 10.
He's a competitor. Even amongst the trees, Rozier has such confidence in his ability to finish.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. With this break in the action, let's find out which rookies have been lighting it up from downtown this month. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Brown. The Heat making a switch here. Mitchell's checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Comes up empty down low. The Pelicans have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Reeves outside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Brown. Here's Messi. Pass to Payton. Over Mitchell. And again, New Orleans has no luck. The Heat shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. Here's Anderson. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Anderson's got 6.
Anderson's inside game reminiscent of an old teammate of his, Boris Diaw, patient in the post around the rim.
Payton against Mitchell. And here is Payton. He has 5. Rebound by Mitchell. Miami's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Count the basket.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And so Payton will bring it up for the Pelicans. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Down low, here's Misi, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
This is the main strength of Elfrid Payton's game, is feel for when to dish the rock.
1:39 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. To the middle, here's Anderson. Can't connect from short range. For New Orleans, they've gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Takes the 3. Good on the triple. He has 7.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Outside Rozier. Over Reeves. The rebound by Payton.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Down low. Here's Misi. Gets in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Now, here's Rozier. He's got 15. For 3, Mitchell. That shot, no good. Here's Reeves. There's 21 seconds left in the 3rd. Pass to Payton. Up top, Brown. Jaquez defending. Brown, no good. And that one drops for him. Nisi's got 12 points in the game.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
Well, the run simply has given them a chance. Great work on both ends. They've got to now ratchet up a notch.
And so it's the Miami Heat holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. Barring a disaster, it would appear they've got this game in the bag. We've got more in store for you right after this. Head coach Eric Spoelstra mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
Trust it. Good to great. Good to great. Don't settle for average shots. Move it.
Well, Coach Spo instructing his guys, Greg, to just take great shots.
I mean, no reason to rush into a bad shot, especially with 24 seconds to work with.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today. We get going in quarter number 4. On the floor for Miami, we've got Terry Rozier. Jaime Jaquez is out there with Kevin Love. Then it's Mitchell, and it's Highsmith in at the 3 spot. Highsmith the pass to Love. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Pass to Robinson Earl. Here's Kane. Here's Robinson Earl. Payton outside. Three-pointer on the way. Rebound by Mitchell. Miami leading by 19 points. A few possessions into the 4th quarter, just over a minute played. Pass to Highsmith. Outside Rozier. Connects from three-point range. Rozier's got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, you can see and maybe feel right now him getting into the comfort zone out there after dropping the second 3 of the half.
Reeves into the lane, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
personal foul.
And Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Future first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And, Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. With so much pressure to win now, GMs are willing to use draft assets.
Free throw good, Reeves. And the Pelicans making a change here. Quinones is checked in, and Miami also making a switch. Anderson's checked in. And so he makes both from the line. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Now Rozier. The three. It's rebounded by Robinson Earl. Pelicans trail by 20. Kane, the pass to Reeves. Here's Robinson Earl. And the Pelicans miss again. Jaquez outside. Mitchell outside. Pass to Highsmith. It's deflected. Here's Quinones. Covered by Mitchell. Here's Quinones. Here's Kane. Shot clock at 6. It's hauled in by the Heat. Pass to Mitchell. We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. And nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity. Always a plus.
Number 17. Second personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for Miami. Terry Rozier III. At the line for 2.
He misses the free throw.
You know, and every year, it just seems like Rozier gets better. You see his drive, the hunger, the desire to keep improving.
He hits the second from the line. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Pass to Kane. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaime Jaquez. That's foul number 2 for him. Kelly Olynyk checked in for Jeremiah Robinson Earl. Heroes checked in for Miami. Over to the left wing. Here's Kane. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And yes, it's good.
Number 17.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Rozier, the pass to Hero. Really left alone that time. 28 points for Tyler Hero.
Tyler Hero ready to pull the trigger at any time.
Pass to Olynyk. We've heard players and coaches complain, Brent, that the rules are too skewed in favor of the offense. You think that's true?
Well, Kevin, offense sells, and the fact that we've talked about how the league has increased pace, you don't really even have time to play defense in today's game. The one thing that I do like is that the league has allowed for some variance and some zone defense to start to be employed. So tactically, coaches are trying to throw different strategies out there, but man-to-man, it's hard.
There's a good screen. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Hawkins.
And Olynyk not afraid to get physical out there with the defense all around him.
Taking 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. Both teams deciding to change it up. And he sinks the second. Miami leading by 21. Rozier the pass to Adebayo. And here is Hero. And you think about rookies coming into the NBA, it seems, Brent, that veterans are a little bit easier on the rookies now than they were in the past.
I think we romanticize, Kevin, a lot of those stories that we heard from the old days about veteran players giving it to the younger players. And certainly that's going to happen, especially at the beginning of the season. But these guys have known each other for a long time, and these friendships and bonds have started from years ago. So a little bit less and less, but it's still fun to poke at the rookies just a little bit.
Brown the pass to Kane, and it goes out of bounds. That went off Robinson.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Hawkins checked in for Kane. And Miami with a change here, too. Andrew Wiggins checked in for Terry Rozier. Just 3 to shoot. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
Ware kicks to Hero. Pass to Ware. Good ball movement here by Miami. Wiggins drawn the double team. Ware passes to Adebayo. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Adebayo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And he is no stranger to physical basketball. Adebayo has to deal with plenty of contact down low.
Pass to Alvarado. Olynyk in the corner. Now Hawkins from the arc. Knocks it loose.
Sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
Hero with it. Brent is a guy who has played with winning teams, been in terrific cultures, and currently in one with the Spurs. What do you think is more important, team culture or raw talent?
Well, I believe in the culture carrying teams to a championship, but you can't do that without talent. So it's got to be a blend of both, Kevin, in order for your team to perform at its highest level. Culture comes first.
Here's Olynyk. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
And really, the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
Hero kicks to Adebayo. Outside, Hero. Pass to Ware. Alvarado with it. Picked up by Hero. Now Alvarado. Here's Messi. Brown outside. 4 on the clock. Over Wiggins. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. The Heat leading by 23. Pass to Wiggins. Wiggins drawn the double team. Outside for Robinson. It's good from long range.
Such a gifted shooter. When Duncan Robinson rises up with that kind of confidence, man, he's a threat.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Alvarado with it. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Hero against Brown. Now Hero Defense is right there. That one doesn't drop. Hawkins against Robinson. Brent, we know that the NBA can be compared to any league in the world, and it is regarded as the best. But as someone who has won titles like you have, is it world champs, or should we just leave it at NBA champs?
Well, Kevin, it's a really good question, and I don't know what side I lean on. I prefer to talk about being the NBA champs. I mean, out of respect for what the world competitions represent, I think NBA champs is just fine.
A three-pointer, Wiggins. Pelicans pull it in. DC's got rebound number 13 with that last one.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had one in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
Hero finds Wiggins. To the inside. Here's where Messi grabs the rebound. Messi's New Orleans has gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Now, Hero. He's defended by Alvarado.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Back to Hero. And it's good from the elbow. Hero's got 11 in the second half.
And this is simply what Hero does, finding and making shots.
Brown, good.
Well, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Now, Hero. He's defended by Alvarado. And Adebayo throws it down.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Miami.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And this will make it 36 wins on the year for them.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Tyler Hero.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Hero, that's a 2-pointer. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Hero's got 35.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Miami ball. Substitution on the court.
Here's Hero. Going inside, and the layup falls.
But the truth is, they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Quinones. Here's Robinson Earl. 5 on the clock. Shoots. It's hauled in by the Heat. And here is Hero. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Bam. Your impact is seen all over the stat sheet. So what's the mindset as you approach these games?
just trying to get a team win, trying to impact winning. You know, that's what it's all about. My teammates got my back like I got theirs, so we're just going out there and trying to do our thing.
It was very visible there down the stretch. You looked like yourselves and got the win. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.